Sure, what is the recipe to success? Openness tops my list. There's nothing like being open to the possibilities of life. Next, there's tenacity. Hard work is synonymous with achievement. After comes adaptability. Charles Darwin used to say, adapt or die. You can't really disagree with that. But I would say openness is the most important, and the least understood. If you aren't open, you can't learn. If you can't learn, you can't grow. If you can't grow, then you're not really living, are you? This afternoon, I just got one simple but personal story for you. That's it, no big deal. But if you listen closely, you might just learn something. Let me take you back to my first day at West Bay, way back in September 2013. You see, on that day, I was really nervous. I knew no one at West Bay outside my sister in kindergarten, and I was that very moment approaching a large group of unruly, intimidating grade 5 kids. Here I was, this Hong Kong kid, going to his first day in school, only having arrived here in Canada 3 months before. Although I had met a few local kids that summer, I hadn't met anyone whom I could really call a true friend, like the buddies I had back in Hong Kong. So I got in line behind this tall kid wearing a baseball cap and black glasses. I'd only been standing there for a few seconds when this kid suddenly turned around, introduced himself, and welcomed me to grade 5 at West Bay. What a guy! I instantly relaxed and felt more comfortable. Yet I'm sure it would have been an uncomfortable wait for the school doors to open. After this, the nice guy surprised me again and started introducing me to all his friends in the lineup. Hold on one moment, please. This boy that I just met instantly became a friend to me, and because of his openness to greet me, I'd already felt welcome to West Bay, even though it was still my first day. At that moment, I vowed, for the rest of my life, I too would try my best to be that open and welcoming to others. By the way, that boy in the lineup was the one and only Daniel Trevani. I never had the chance to thank you for that day, but you really made my start at West Bay perfect, and luckily continue that way ever since. And Mr. and Mrs. Trevani, you have raised a very nice young man. I've always felt that openness has been a key building block at the International Baccalaureate program at West Bay. The IB mission statement says that it aims to develop inquiring, knowledgeable, and caring young people who help create a better and yet more peaceful world through intercultural understanding and respect. Yes, openness isn't stated in that implicitly, but is inferred between every word in that statement. To be open is to be broad-minded, accepting, interested, observing, receptive, and responsive. So if there's one thing I'd ask all the graduating students here today, it would be this. Try to be open in life's tough situations. You and your world will be better from it. And who knows, you might just make a lifelong friend. You know, some people say the most important moment of your educational life is when you graduate from high school, but I think they're wrong. I think the most important is when you graduate from elementary school. Why do I think this? Several reasons stand out. 1, where else in your life are you going to spend 8 years with the same 60 people? 2, where are you likely to play your first school sport? 3, where are you likely to meet your first best friend? And 4th, where are you likely to have your first crush? Yes, the answers to these are all found at West Bay Elementary School. You might be feeling much more moral changes during high school, but the bedrock of that change is forged at elementary school. A special thank you to the staff and teachers for making that bedrock building such an enjoyable experience. Thank you, everyone. I hereby declare the West Bay class of 2016 graduating class
class would like to present our principal, Mrs. Duncan, with a small token of our appreciation. Please stand up.